everybody, new video from Big Apple Pipes. This week I want to talk about another tobacco, and I'm saying another because the previous one, the 8 State Burley, was also a fresh addition to the market, and also this tobacco just came out a few days ago, just last week. Also the tin is labeled as May 27th, and as soon as it was out, I ordered it, I got it, and now I want to try it. So, First Amendment by Drucquer and Sons. It's a very interesting tobacco, not only in its composition, but I don't think also, its story and the brand. Probably, I mean, if you are passionate about pipe tobacco, you know definitely who Drucquer and Sons was. It was a famed, legendary tobacconist in Berkeley, California, and it is also the place where people like Gregory Pease, but also Carl Ewa, learned how to blend. And if you think about it, this means that we can trace back to Drucquer and Sons the roots of McClellan's and GLPs, but also of Esoterica, as it seems that those people coming out of Drucquer and Sons were the ones looking to finding a new way to get the Smoker 7 tobacco that were going out of the market, and so they decided to work with Germans to recreate those blends and invent what is now known as one of the most uh, famed and legendary pipe tobacco brands, which is Esoteric. It's almost impossible to find it. As soon as they're available, they just go sold out. And again, it all traces back to here. So very interesting, right? It's also very interesting to me, the name that Cornell and Deal, who now produces this tobacco, actually decided to give to this blend, which is First Amendment. So it's very interesting choice, and I think there is also a double meaning in this, because yes, of course, they said that they wanted to give this name because this is the first amendment to the original catalog by Drucquer and Sons, because we saw that the tobacco that were reissued in 2016 were a sort of nostalgia product nostalgia, how can I say, idea made by GLPs recreating the original Drucquer and Sons blends. Very well made, actually, because he recreated the labels. He actually used the same descriptions that you could find on the flyers for the tobaccos, the same blend names, and of course, I mean, he was blending those, so he went back on his memory and recreated what he was doing when he was young. So very nice. This is actually a new blend. So after 40 plus years, actually over 100 years, because those blends were invented in London back in the day, they decided to add something new. Okay, and it is very interesting to me because, as I mean, you may know, all the other blends are English mixture, and I don't really smoke English mixture. They are just an exception. So this one I really hope it's something different, because it is described as a red and bright Virginia and fine Hercule leaf seasoned with Cypriot Latakia and Louisiana Perique. So I really hope this is mostly a Virginia blend with some, slightly little small addition of Latakia and Perique, so I can really enjoy it. The cut should be sliced cake, so not properly a flake, but it's totally fine. As I was saying, I think that in the name there is also something else, and this is the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. That it is the freedom of speech, and I think it's very important, especially over the recent times. We have seen so many things happening in the pipe tobacco world. It's becoming more and more difficult to produce this kind of tobacco, let alone just consuming and smoking them. We know how harmful they are, of course, but I mean now it's really becoming almost impossible, and therefore I think that there is some kind of just reminder about this, because we're here just trying to enjoy our hobby. We really don't want to harm anyone, and we really just enjoy our time with our pipe. So anyway, let's just go. And I really think, I just want to add that, I always say that, smoking a pipe is really like enjoying a fine wine, a fine whiskey. So it's really about the taste. It's not about the addiction or the nicotine. It's really something, hedonistic. It's really something to, enjoy time. So it should really be regarded in a different way. It's like a fine cigar as well. Anyway, let's just go now, pop the tin and see how it looks like, how it smells, and then I'm just going to smoke it. So let's go. So here it is. I've just popped the tin for the Italian version of this video. Very nice label, same color as the other Drucquer Sons, but here we have this Betsy Ross flag, the first official flag of the United States, as far as I can read on Wikipedia. Sorry, I'm not an expert, and we can see images of, the Washington, the Capitol Hill, and so on. So very, very nice. And here we have the description, the same one that is on the website. The first amendment to the Drucquer Sons catalog. This blend celebrates our collective right to free expression. So very nice. With an enduring formula, red and by Virginia, air-cured lift, seasoned with Cypriot Latakia and Louisiana Perique. So, as I said, I have just popped the tin, as I also mentioned earlier, May 27th. So it's less than a month old. Very nice, the description of Drucquer and Son, and with the name of the blends, except this one. Now let's try to open it, because the cut, it's actually very, very interesting. It is an actual flake. Now you cannot really tell because I have messed it up a little bit, but it is a flake, you see, a little loose, but it's definitely a flake. Cast classical flake from Cornell and Deal, a little loose. The color is just beautiful. You see this light brown and orange with some dark spot that should be the Latakia or the Perique. Very, very nice. It's really gorgeous to look at it. Very, very beautiful. And the smell is very interesting because it's definitely sweet with this sort of, manure tone that usually it's Perique. But you can definitely taste the smokiness of Latakia. It's definitely there. Not strong, so very promising, but it's definitely there. Very sweet and cocoa-ish. So now it's definitely time to try it and see how it tastes as well. Let's go. So here we are. It has been an interesting week smoking this first amendment tobacco, but you know what? This is a tobacco that will need a second review, let's say, because I wasn't able to fully enjoy it. Okay. First of all, I think it's too fresh, meaning that I think that this kind of tobaccos really benefit from a few months of just, optimization. It gets together, it stabilizes a little bit, and this is a very fresh tin. It was packed less than a month ago. It is very good overall. It is more Latakia smoky than what I was hoping for. The Virginias are very full, and you can definitely taste the Perique. So it is those kind of flavors, those kind of tobaccos that I am not appreciating during the hot weather, the hot season. So I mean, today it's like 100 degrees almost in New York, and it's awful. And even though I've been smoking this, at home with the AC on, it's still something that it's a bit too much for my taste during this temperature during this season. I really like lighter tobaccos, so it's good. I'm not able to define it as an English mixture. It's so peculiar. The flavors are very, very unique. So it's really this interplay of smokiness, spiciness, sweetness, all together. Nice body. Not too much nicotine, but very full bodied in terms of the flavors that you have in your mouth. I have been smoking it both in my the pipes where I usually appreciate more the English mixture, and where I smoke Virginia, just because I wanted to try to understand if it is more a Virginia based or an English mixture, but I'm not able to understand it. So I can definitely give it a 6 out of 10 because it's very interesting. The flavor profile, it's really unique. It's not easily associated to English mixture or Virginia with addition of Latakia Perique. Very, very interesting, very well made, but probably I will have to try it again. Now I just smoked pretty much half of the tin, so I will smoke the second half in a few months. So I will let it sit there, rest a little bit, evolve for sure a little bit, and then we'll see what's gonna happen. So I don't know. Very interesting, very curious. I don't know. I think I have behind me. This is a very interesting little monument. I mean, it's sad because it's celebrating and remembering a kid that died in 1797. So it's pretty much the age, the years of the First Amendment of the Constitution, of the flag that we have here. And it's, I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, here it's the history of a small kid, 5 years old, that died. Nobody knows when, I mean, how. And here is Harlem. Behind me, you have the Grand Memorial over there. Here, before you only had, farms, right? So apparently, St. Clair Pollock, the kids that it's here, it was part of the Pollock family that owned the land here, and again, he's died. I don't know, maybe he was playing or an accident, and they decided to, bury him in the garden. And even when they sold the property, they asked the new owners not to move the tomb, and it's actually still here. It's still here after 200 years or so. So, sad story. A little curiosity about New York. And it's part of the American history, as this tobacco is not related to the American history, but it is associated to. Anyway, let me know what you think when you have the chance to try it. I'm very curious to hear from you your feedback, your experience. I will definitely try it again either in September, October, when it cools down a little bit, and I am more into Latakia and English mixture in general. So, nice, but let's wait for it. Bye. So here we are. Actually, when I did the first video, the first portion of the video, it was months ago, okay? And in my head, I had this feeling of, I will do a second video. But considering it, then I never published the first video because, again, I was lazy and I am actually not very satisfied by the performances of the channel. I just never did it. I just decided in this case to just add this portion to the original video. It will be, how can I say, it will be interesting just to compare how different is my review, but just my feeling, my feedback regarding this first amendment, because it's a tobacco that I really enjoyed. Now I didn't a few months ago, but now I really liked it. It can be because now I've been smoking English mixer for quite some time. For sure, my tongue is more used to this kind of flavors, while in that case it was not. Probably it was because it was very hot, the weather was very warm, and I really don't like the Latakia flavor when it's very hot. I really like it when it's colder, cooler a little bit. Now it's definitely not cold, but it's getting colder and it's way more enjoyable, at least for me. I really liked it, but you know what? I'm not sure I will define this as an English mixture because yes, there is Latakia. Yes, you can definitely taste Latakia, but it's so creamy. And I mean, the description by Jeremy Reeves is definitely on point. I mean, black walnut, dark chocolate, definitely that's there. It's very creamy, but you have a very nice body, very creamy, that little smoky note. So it's really like they took a nice Virginia and they added Perique and Latakia in the right measure, not to make it overly smoky or overly peppery, but keeping that creamy and sweetness of the Virginia and add in the right amount everything else. So love it. Almost full-bodied mixture, uh, perfect for the colder months, evenings. This is what I would like the nightcap to be. Let's put it in this way. It's so round, so creamy, so enjoyable. It burns very slowly, so it's really the perfect blend for the night. Yeah, let me know if you tried it and what you think about it. Now I would like to show you a little bit the Grand Memorial, if you have the chance. So let's go. And yeah, I'm waiting for your comments. Today I decided to have just a day at the park with a book, and I just want to tell you a little bit about this first amendment. So yeah, it's very curious to see how the feedback can change just by external factors that can affect the smoke and the way you enjoy a blend. So this is something that you should always consider when you try a tobacco. I always think that one thing is never enough, so that, but, I try at least to smoke, one entire tin without changing anything, in different moments, with different temperature, with different pipes, trying to reduce the, variability amount. But, whatever it is, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Here we are. This is General Grant's tomb, or General Grant's memorial. There's not much I have to tell you about it. I mean, if you're American, you know way better than me who Ulysses Grant was, the 18th President of the United States, the general of the Unionist Army, the main, how can I say, main reason. No, I don't know what to say that, but I read online. Many people think that he was really the guy that made the difference and made the Unionist army win. So again, pretty cool. Not sure if many of you knows this place, because for some reason there are really not many tourists around all the time, maybe just some students and schools coming to visit. This has been closed for the past year and a half, as you can see here. It's still not possible to go inside. I really wanted to shoot this video inside at least, or to show some of the images, because I mean, this is tobacco. I think really relates to the basis of this country, of the Constitution, or what First Amendment means. And therefore, I really wanted to use this background, this location, to accompany this debate. So, nothing else to add. Let me know in the comments if you try this First Amendment and what you think about it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. A little odd, since I tried this tobacco across months, which is pretty cool. I mean, I started back in May or June, and then I smoked the first half of the tin, and then I smoked the second half of the tin right now in October, and I think it was the right call. So again, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.